And they're off in the Santa Barbara. A little bit of hesitation from Starry Heavens out of the gate. Sakura Blossom goes straight to the front. Mrs. Astor has early interest. Down on the inside, it's Sophisticate with Mahina in between rivals. The gray is Starry Heavens. And Starry Heavens now moves into contention as Mahina drops back to last. They come toward the dirt crossing, and it is Sakura Blossom who will show the way over Mrs. Astor, and Starry Heavens is in between those two, moving up to take second. Sophisticate is well spotted down on the inside, and Mahina's at the back of the field. Into the stretch, Sakura Blossom is the boss. Leads at a length and a half over Starry Heavens. Sophisticate is down on the inside, and Mrs. Astor reserved comfortably in fourth, 4 lengths off the lead with 1 full lap to go. Mahina is 6 or 7 off front-running Sakura Blossom. It's the longest shot on the board, leading the way in the Santa Barbara Stakes over Starry Heavens in second. Sophisticate, Mrs. Astor close up in fourth. And then Mahina, no change in the running order, as it is Sakura Blossom around the Santa Anita Clubhouse turn, leading it by 2 lengths over Starry Heavens, tracking second. Sophisticate, Mrs. Astor inching a little bit closer now, just 3 lengths off the lead, and 3 clear of Mahina. Heading toward the half-mile pole. Sakura Blossom left alone on the front end, with Starry Heavens just under a length behind second. 2 more, Sophisticate, Mrs. Astor continue together, and Mahina's gotten a little bit closer as they move to the 3/8 mark. Sakura Blossom, a length and a half in front, gets a little nudge to go on with it now. Freysu patiently handling Starry Heavens, ready to make the move now, and Mrs. Astor takes third. Sophisticate is down on the inside, and Mahina. They're starting to sprint, and Starry Heavens puts her head in front, immediately tackled by Mrs. Astor. And Mrs. Astor makes a sweeping bid for the lead, and quickly puts a length and a half on Starry Heavens at the top of the stretch. Mahina at a last, and Sophisticate. Final furlong, Mrs. Astor, 2-length lead. Starry Heavens just trying to hold second. Sophisticate and Mahina. It's Mrs. Astor and Umberto Rispoli outclassing them in the Santa Barbara Stakes. Mrs. Astor rolls home by 5. Photo for second is very tight. Either Starry Heavens or Sophisticate, then Mahina. The winner's circle is Mrs. Astor, a 5-year-old bay mare by Looking at Lucky out of Causel, owned by Augustin Stables, trained by Jonathan Thomas, and ridden by Umberto Rispoli. Mrs. Astor was bred in Kentucky by George Strawbridge Jr., the owner, running time 2:27.95 seconds. The trophy presentation for the Santa Barbara is made by Brice Blanc, racing official and California Horse Racing Board safety steward at San Luis Rey, who won back-to-back renewals of the Santa Barbara in 2011 and 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, in the winner's circle is Michelle Yu.
Thanks, Frank. So happy to be joined by a much cleaner Umberto Rispoli than we saw him yesterday. We'll talk about that in a second, but first, Mrs. Astor here, victorious. What a nice filly she is. You've ridden her in her last 2. What did you see progression-wise from her last start to this one?
I see a progression right from the jockey. I completely messed it up last time, and I have to admit it, and it was totally my fault when I got beat. I give her so much confidence. She's a filly, and she looks like she traveled well, and then you think that once you're going to come out of the heels of the horse, she's going to have a turn of foot, but she didn't. So today, I take my legs out at the 3/8. I know then she has a long acceleration, but today she was much the best, and even she liked the track. So it was a plus for us, but definitely I rode her better than last time.
I love a man that can cop out when it's his fault. Let's go back to yesterday now. I could barely see your face. You were so covered in mud with journalism. Runner-up in the Kentucky Derby. Tell me about your trip and what your thoughts were coming out of it.
I think I'm proud. I'm proud about everything happened around me, how we handled those last 3 weeks, of a pressure with, obviously, with mediatic-wise, it was the horse. Then it wasn't much talk about, newspapers, the TV. I mean, I have a good trip. I mean, the start was a little bit messy, but I could have a nice position stalking in on the first turn. I saved some ground, passed the half-mile pole. I started to duck him out, and he just go passing horse by himself. I didn't hire you, Michelle. Then I was dreaming when I came to the top of the stretch, and I see the clear run to me. But when I see Junior was right there, I say, okay, it's a game on. And look, I think I want to give a credit to Junior, which is a friend. He's a guy that he really deserved it. He broke his collarbone a month ago. He come back, he won the Kentucky Derby. To Mr. Motto, which is such a great trainer. Godolphin, big industry. They have such a great week. So I think, listen, we are beat by the best horse yesterday. My horse didn't really like the track, but it probably would have beat me no matter what, so I don't want to find any excuse. I'm proud, and hopefully we're going to meet each other on the long run and see if journalism, we try to turn the table around.
Well, we're proud of you, too. You did us well. Southern California is very proud of Umberto Rispoli in journalism yesterday, and congrats on this win here.
Thank you, Michelle.